try to behave yourself over there. All right. This is called "And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street." We have a Mulberry Street in Fort Collins. There we go. So this book took place right here in Colorado. No. All right. When I leave home and walk to school, Dad always says to me, "Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see."
Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see.
Thanks, Dad. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, "Your eyesight's much too keen."
Your eyesight's much too keen.
"Stop telling such a outlandish tale. Stop turning minnows into whales."
Minnows and whales, no good.
All right. Now, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street.
That's my horse and wagon.
I was going to let you go for a while and see how much energy you had. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start.
I didn't know horses could draw.
They can. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Are you trying to make me see what it's like working with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it working?
Yeah. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer. A gold and blue chariot, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. Is that your thunder?
Oh.
Sounded like if you had a big bowl of Jell-O. No, it won't do it all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet, and he'd look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street.
You guys remember the song? Bucko the orange reindeer.
No, I don't remember that one, no. Okay. Hold on a minute, there's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. Fancy.
That is kind of
I just felt like doing that. A reindeer and sleigh? Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. That's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when I say I saw it on Mulberry Street.
I am a Raja.
But I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around like air, like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. Is that a flute or a piccolo?
It could have been either.
Okay, all right. A band that's so good should have something to hear, should have someone to hear it. But it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. There went Dale Jr. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton.
Oh, they're heavy.
That's really too heavy. A load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two at least.
At least two.
It kind of sounded like Scooby-Doo there. At least two. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. What is a tugboat doing on Mulberry Street? That was the worst semi I've ever heard of. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash. I thought about it, didn't say it. Where are the bobbies? They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead.
I'm Sergeant Mulvaney, and I'm in the lead.
He was an Irish guy? Is he okay? I wasn't sure. The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand, and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
I did.
Yes, you did. With a roar of its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add a Chinese man who eats with sticks. A big magician doing tricks.
Alakazam, alakazoo, I'm gonna do a trick for you.
A 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home.
Yes, right?
Holy cow! Oh my gosh! That's a lot of cones.
That's what I said.
I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great, for I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and
Just draw up your stool.
and tell me the sights on the way home from school.
Tell me the sights of the way home from school.
Father, Captain Mulvaney, you're my dad? It was the same voice. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. Good thing it wasn't his finger. That's gonna be bad. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat?
And nothing excites you or make your heart beat?
Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street.
Aww. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. You are absolutely wonderful.